Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Renu. I'm ready with yet another update on the timelines for TR to PR pathway. Let's dive into our first timeline from one of my subscriber here. So Nisha's daughter actually has applied under IG stream that the submission was around May 7th, 5:30 a.m. So May 7th actually has been getting good response. So in case if you haven't heard back from them yet, there's a good chance that you are likely to get good response from IRCC very soon. In this case, AOR was received on March 17, 2022, and application was linked almost a month later. So there could be a possibility that you will be able to link up the application and get the AOR and ADR in one go, and there is a chance that you might get it in breakups. Here there was a request for ADR for employment letter and the police clearance certificate. Again, if you have already submitted the PCC with valid time period and you have not traveled outside of Canada, you can simply submit the old PCC and then attach the confirmation receipt for the new one in case if it's already been more than 6 months. In this case, POR like portal request was received on June 9th, and almost a week later, she was able to receive the ECO PR, and then PR card was received on July 12th. So this is almost like a month later thing. Okay, second timeline here is for stream B again from the subscriber. Now, in case if you have received any response from IRCC, I would recommend you to please share your timeline through this channel so it can reach thousands of people out here. Now, here the submission was July 15, 2021 under stream B at around 2:45 p.m. and BIL was received on July 11th itself. There was an biometric submission that was again on July 12th, and the application was linked one day before that. AOR was received on July 13th. So you can see the breakup here that application was linked on July 11th, and then he was able to receive the AOR 2 days later. Okay, this is under stream B submission, May 30th, where AOR was received on February 22. So May 30th, 2021 is the time when the application was submitted, and February 22, 2022 was the time when he was able to receive the AOR. And then PR approval email was received on June 20th. Now, within 3 days time period, he was able to get the ECO PR. Now, many of you will be able to get the ECO PR within a week's time period from the date of receipt of PR confirmation portal or PR credentials. Make sure you update the latest information so that the PR card would be mailed to that particular address. Here, the PR card was received on July 13th. Moving on to another timeline for IG stream again, May 6th at 9:30 p.m. That's a submission time. And on January 18th, 2022 itself, he was able to link up the application, got the AOR, right? And then ADR for PCC was received a day prior to that. So when you able to link up the application, you will see that there would always be a request for the additional document in case if any pendency is there from visa officer. So you need to submit that and make sure you hit the submit button because there was a flaw where applicant actually get the rejection from IRCC, and I'll be covering that timeline in next slide. Here, this PCC was sent via web form on February 16th, and then he's applied for the extension for work permit. So if you have not received any update before the work permit extension, I would recommend please extend your work permit so there should not be any last minute goof up there. So because you cannot be guaranteed with ECOPA right away after submitting the ADR or receiving the AOR. So that time lot could vary from a month, maybe to 6 months time period. Here, portal invitation was received and the ECOPR was received on July 14th. Moving on to another timeline out here is for PAL. Submission is under stream A, and this is for healthcare. November 1st was the submission, and AOR was received on March 22nd. Portal request was received on July 12th, and then ECOPR was received on July 13th. So this is pretty quick and neat case. There was no ADR since all the documents were submitted in one go at the time of case filing. So in this case, there was absolutely no request from IRCC visa officer. Okay, this is another case under IG stream, May 6th at 4:30 Mountain Time. So this would be around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, and ADR was received for police clearance certificate. So if you see, majority of the time you will get the ADR for PCC because the duration is now more than a year's time period. You know, when you submit the application on May 6th, 2021, and you're receiving the response almost a year later, they will be required for, there would be a request for PCC. So if you have not traveled outside of Canada, you can always justify that thing so that your old PCC would be accepted. Here, the documents were received, and she called up IRCC on July 7th and was told that security is not started yet. So, if you could see here, July 7th is when she got the such an update, and very next day she was able to get the PR confirmation. So, ECOPR was received on July 14th. So it takes time for them to update the information in the system also. So what agent is telling you over the phone would not be guaranteed. You probably get PR confirmation portal the very day or maybe next day. Here, IG stream, May 7th is a submission time period. Here, AOR was received on June 14th. Now, this is a tricky case where the rejection actually has happened, and I'll tell you the reason and the solution, what you can do in this case. So, May 7th, and ADR for payment receipt was received on like June 14, 2022. So what applicant did is that she submitted the payment receipt, but like she uploaded the payment receipt on the portal, but forgot to hit the submit button. Thereafter, she got the rejection from IRCC stating that she was not able to submit the document. Now, if you could see that the ADR was on June 14th, then usually you will be given with 30 days time period. So in this case, July 14th is when she received the rejection letter. So in this case, what you can do is that you can raise a web form and attach an LOE stating that you forgot to hit the submit button, and do share the screenshot of that portal, like where the ADR was supposed to be submitted and you did not hit that. So when you attach that, explain that in a letter, you should be good to go. Also, very next morning, I would recommend you to contact IRCC customer support also. Just get these things clarified there. I've already explained the process, how you can reach out to them in my previous video. Okay, this is stream B submission, May 26th at 1:58 a.m. Pacific time zone. Application was linked and then medicals were approved. Like you will see the updates under your portal, and then there was an AOR. So this was all received in one go, like almost in one go, like January 21st. Link up the application, AOR received on January 24th, and almost like 1.5 months later, he got the ADR for police clearance certificate. ECOPR was received on May 25th, and then PR card was received on July 15th itself. Stream A submission here, May 30th. AOR was received on February 22nd, and then PR approval email was received on June 20th. Then there was an ECOPR on June 23rd itself, and almost a month later, he was able to get the PR card. So when you receive the ECOPR, my recommendation would be to please link up your application so that you will be able to get all the updates and you can track the information whenever the IRs, like whenever they are issuing you the PR card, so that information would always be updated. And when you see the message that PR card is mailed, it's an indication that you're likely to get the PR card within a week's time period. So don't leave your house or don't go outside of Canada at this point of time. It's highly recommended. Otherwise, it's going to unnecessary delay. Also, in case if you have received any update, like say you have received the AOR or ADR and you've submitted that and you're planning to travel outside of Canada, you can certainly do that. And if you get the PR confirmation portal or credentials, you can state that you can inform IRCC that you are outside of Canada, and once you're back, you will be informing IRCC. So accordingly, they will process your application. Yes, there would be little delay in the application, but yes, your file will not get rejected. So yeah, this was all for today. And there's one more thing I wanted to add. If you get any ADR with a timeline like 30 days time period or 7 days time period, take it very seriously. Try to submit the document within that deadline. And in case for some reason you're not able to do that, I would recommend please raise a web form, attach an LOE why this delay has happened, so that you can clarify and justify the reason with valid proof, and your application will be through. Also, if you get any rejection, you can also fight back with the content, like with the documents, and it should be through there. So yeah, this was all for today. I hope this video has been little help to you, and in case it does, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.